boy, the Memphis X, right back at you with Check This Out, the show. We take a look at whatever deck we want to look at and have ourselves a good old time dueling with it on good old EDO Pro. Today, everybody, we're taking a look at a blast of the past, both literally and figuratively. We're taking a look at some classic Dino beatdown. We're beating down with our dinosaur monsters, doing some insane combos with the right sorts of hands. We can go from 0 to 100 very, very quickly with this deck. And we're trying out some of the new dinosaur support, our little Transendrake here. Although Xeno Meteoros, he's a pretty cool dude. He's a nice level 6 tuner that lets me extend my plays beyond. And I also have a new searcher for it, which also blows up my babies. And we are here with the world's deadliest daycare imaginable. And we're going to be taking this out and have ourselves a good time, get some OTKs of the work. So before we begin, of course, let's go over a few of the cards in here. If you want the whole list of the cards we're using, it's down in the description. But real quick, let's go over a little profile here. You see, what we're trying to do here is go second as often as humanly possible. Just trying to get our things set up. We got our main starters here. We got Oviraptor at 3. He lets us pop a dino on the field. They revive one from the grave. More often, we combine this with the field spell to pop our opponent's token, not pop it, and then pop a baby instead. We want to pop the baby as often as humanly possible. We also have things like Scraptor, which is nice for our scrap engine. Lets us just get ourselves a good old wyvern going. That gives us some non-dinosaurs, so we can use those for our double evolution pill and pop some of our opponent's cards to boot. And one of the nice little techs we have in here is True King Lythosagym. He can pop 2 of your other monsters in your hand to summon himself. If they're both earth monsters, that's cool. You get to hit some of your cards in your opponent's extra deck. That's nice. But more importantly, this guy plus any 2 babies, you basically just start with all your starters and you just go for broke. You know, you start with Lythosagym and at least 1 baby, you're pretty damn set. So that's our main 3 set 'em ups. We're just going to be using those to summon out as many monsters as possible. We can summon out our Xeno Meteoros when our monsters get destroyed. So it was very nice. We got our searcher for Xenosaur, which also pops cards. We are blowing up half of our own stuff in order to destroy our opponent. It's like playing Fire Kings, but Earth attribute instead. But regardless, that's basically the idea of this deck. We're just popping our own stuff in order to provide ourselves with more meaningful support that we need on the board right at that time. We don't need no babies. We need big grown-ass dinosaur men. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's go ahead and get started in our EDO Pro adventure. We're going to show off this deck, show you how it works, have ourselves a good old time, Dino style. Alrighty, our first opponent, another day, another card game, and we want to go second. Second is the best, beats all the rest. This opening hand, yeah, I think I can work with this opening hand. It's actually nice. I don't like the Megazowler. I like him in the deck more often than not, but I can live with Megazowler in my hand. I can live with that, dude. I can live with that. You know, Megazowler, you might wonder why this dude's in here. There are many reasons why Megazowler is in the deck. Number 1, we have some monsters that form up some bonds with some normal monsters, like our Synchro and our Fusion and stuff of that nature. I also need a level 6. And Megazowler just kind of, it called to me. I was looking for a dino level 6, and I was like, I could go for something bigger, but something about Megazowler just, I wanted to do Megazowler. I don't know what it is, but that's what I did. Other than that, this opening hand's pretty damn good. We got Oviraptor and our field spell at the same time, which is always something you like to see. We have our searcher for our tuner. We can get our Xenosaur or our Scraptor. Either one works. And also Lightning Storm is good. So all in all, this is a pretty beautiful hand. There's not much I would change about this hand. As it stands, though, we must stand up against a Rainbow Dragon. What does this do again? See, he's blowing his own stuff up, too, because he wants the Crystal 3. I see, indeed. So this is a Crystal Beast deck. Although, weirdly, he only has 2 cards in extra deck. Either my opponent is very confident, or they're very foolish. One or the other. Could go either way. Well, yeah, so get the Sapphire, I get the Cat. He's trying to get, like, as many of his little biddies on the board as humanly possible. I guess this must be, like, a pure Crystal Beast deck, which is very odd. One of the best things about Crystal Beast is how much stuff you can cram into the darn things. links and exceeds and all sorts of what's-its. Well, I don't know. Seems a little silly to me, but what do I know? So let's lead with the Lightning Storm. We do not like our opponent's back row. Back row is one of the biggest weaknesses to our dinosaurs. We don't really like to see it. We like to see other things. So let's go ahead and normal summon our Oviraptor. This is going to allow us to do many things. Oviraptor plus field spell. So I'll search a dinosaur. I can put it in my hand or I can put it in the grave. I usually like to add it to my hand. And the monster I usually get to start is this dude. Miscellenaeousaurus. Basically stops my opponent from affecting my dinosaurs during my combos. It was very nice. It also puts a dino in the grave, so I can do stuff there. As it stands, we'll activate our ground Xeno. This will add ourselves a dino tuner from our deck. Well, it was going to add a dino tuner to our deck, but we didn't get to do that part. But it's okay, because I'm going to pop that token to try and revive my monster. Oh, aren't you just a cheeky little shit? But I'm unaffected because of my monster's effect, so all's good. As it stands, we shall blow up a little baby. Like I said, this is the world's worst daycare. We do not care about babies here. What we do care about, however, is Raptor. Good old Raptor, who we can destroy him in order to get what they see. This is the thing. We blow up our own stuff all the times. Exactly. I'm Dr. from Jurassic Park. Exactly. That's exactly right. You got it. You got the thing. See, he understands the reference. See, I don't always put a reference to the name, so when I do, well, actually I usually do, but nobody gets my references. But this guy understood, and I'm so grateful. All right, so we're gonna make our Scrap Wyvern. This is a very nice monster. We're going to use his effect. We're going to revive our Scraptor and blow him up again. We don't need monsters on the board so long as they can be in the ground. They are dinosaurs, and dinosaurs typically are in the ground nowadays. So let's destroy... Doesn't really matter which, because I don't care. I'm going to blow up that one. And then, let's see, true hand or field. So I'll do that later. So what I'm going to do first is this. I'm going to make True Draco. Some of our cards lock us into worms, so you can make Draco Berserker. It's pretty neat. We're going to use Miscellenaeousaurus' effect to get our... Yeah, it's Tribute. So we're going to get ourselves our level 5, actually. You don't always get this guy, but we're going to make Doodlesaur. Be like, hello, I am the most poorly drawn of all Yu-Gi-Oh monsters, but I do it on purpose. So we're going to get our and send it to the graveyard. This will be useful later. We can't use it right yet. And I can fuse with my ground Xeno, but I don't need to do that. Instead, we're going to activate Transcendent Evolution Pill Beta. Tribute 2 monsters summoned from X Draco monster that is bigger than the materials I use to summon the darn thing. And let's see here. Can I target dinosaurs summoned from the graveyard? I don't have any of those. I'm going to get this guy, Transendrake Gigantozowler, because he's big. Also, when he's summoned, I can get back a dinosaur. So we're going to get back stego, because I just need a monster in my hand. That's all. So now that we've done all that, let's go ahead and attack the Sapphire Pegasus. So, not quite an OTK, but my opponent's out of a back row, and considering it's Crystal Beasts and they kind of need a back row, he's in a bit of a bind there, a little bit of a bind there. Plus, I've got my Transendrake, which is pretty nifty. Pretty nifty indeed. And let me double check everything. Yeah, I got my normal monster in the grave. See, when I have a normie in the grave and my opponent destroys Zowler, I can shuffle that dude back and revive this. And then when he's revived, I can recover a card and pop a couple cards. So it's a nice little bit. See, there's synergy here. There's a reason we have the normie. And my opponent will surrender, but at least he gave us... He was good enough to know the reference. Dr. Grant is I. You guys can't even see my name because that cloud is in the way. But regardless, you get an idea of what this deck is about. You just start off with certain cards, and you just go to town. We didn't even go for any of our biggest dudes. I mean, this is kind of our biggest dude, but he's not the bestest biggest dude. And hopefully we'll get to see them biggest bestest in the second duel. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. I'm going second again, like we like to see. What do we have? Ooh, baby. I like that. I like that a lot. What is this? Ooh, it's Gate Guardians. I like the Gate Guardians. I played them the other day. It's totally a ton of fun. Totally a ton. That's the proper way to say it. Alright, so he's got the Shadow Ghoul. So banish that card, destroy that monster. Yep. Sujin. Ooh, the dangers. Danger on top of more danger. An interesting. Well, you just want him in the graveyard, so that works totally well. So yeah, there you go. So my opponent's playing the dangerous game, the Dangerous Labyrinth, and a Dogman Enjoyer. Not bad at all. So we'll see how that goes. All right, a little bit rough on the dangers there, but he still has the ability of the boy. But other than that, I think we'll be good. All right, actually, oh boy, this is gonna be brutal. Absolutely annihilation. Because I got the Lythosagym and 2 babies. World's greatest nanny, I have to tell you. So we're gonna summon out Lythosagym. I blew up 2 Earth monsters, so I get to steal 3 of my opponent's cards in their extra deck and banish them. And you might think, just banish all these. That would be a smart move, wouldn't it? But it'd also be a total dick move. Do I want to do that? Oh, no, I think it has to be 3 different names anyway. Yeah, it does. Alright, so we'll get rid of that. We'll get... Okay, I know this combo from testing Majestic Mix. So we'll get rid of this one. And we'll get rid of that, because the rest of them, it won't really matter. So, since we blew up both our babies, I can summon both of my starters. We'll summon out Oviraptor, who will get me more things. And we shall search out Scraptor. And that should... Yeah, I just gotta get rid of the field spells, the one thing I gotta be cautious about. Because if I don't do that, bad things will happen, and I don't want that to happen. So, now what we're going to do, let me think about this. I do need to discard and blow up more things, so we're going to do ahead here. Miscellenaeousaurus, so he can't interrupt my dinosaurs no more. Or rather, my dinosaurs are unaffected. So long as... Oh yeah, this is not a dinosaur. Okay, I can make that work anyway. Let's go for ground Xeno. We'll grab ourselves our Meteosaurus. And then pop one of our own cards. We're going to go ahead and pop the other Lythosagym. We don't need them both. More importantly, Meteoros will come out because one of my cards got destroyed. Abu Makachu. We'll use Scraptor and do the scrap combo. Be like, goodbye. It was very nice to see you. We'll summon out our Chimera to our hand, which I could then normal summon thanks to Scraptor. I can also just normal summon it, but, you know, that's another thing entirely. Why do that when I could just keep going? Just keep on going. You know, I love the Gate Guardian support, but I'm about to destroy it, which makes me sad. It does make me slightly sad when I have to destroy what I love. I feel like if I was playing up against Karibos, and then I had to destroy Karibos, then again, Karibos would at least have something to deal with all this, but we're not up against Karibos just yet. We're up against the Gate Guardians. Alright, then I get to blow up his field spell, because that's the thing that's going to give me the most trouble. Let me think here. I need my pills. So we're going to use our Saurus here, banishing 1 monster. And we're going to get this shiny dude. Shiny dude, when he gets summoned out, blows up a dinosaur on my field or in my hand. And then I can get the double evolution pill. I pretty much are here, I just annihilate my opponent's soul. I'm not even joking, that's actually what happens. So let's make ourselves Pentastag. Because why the heck and what not? We'll make Baronne De Fleur, because why the heck not? And then, last but not least, we'll make double evolution pill. We'll banish a dino and a non-dino. See, this is where the scraps come into play. We do need non-dinos. And summon our ultimate super boss, the ultimate Conductor Tyranno. And my opponent will surrender, which is, you know, they will have to get OTK'd regardless. You know, I got piercing damage and an Omni Negate. That's not all of his life points. I don't think that's 31, 40, 50. Okay, that was an OTK coming about. That was going to be an OTK, but my opponent didn't want to sit through it, which is understandable because, you know, he didn't get to do the whole combo, sadly. If only if the dangers had gone a different way, I'm sure he could have made something pretty beefy. Unfortunately for him, it didn't work this time around, but good luck to him next time, my friend. Good luck next time. So, regardless, that's going to be the second duel. We got to show off the OTK potential, even though we didn't actually OTK technically, but with the semantics. So let's go for third duel. Keep the dino train rolling. Alright, your third opponent, the fighting herd, as we like to call it here. And we're pretty damn good. We're showing off the deck as we intend to show it, and we're doing as we like to do. Got my Xeno, got my field spell. Yeah, they're pretty good. Also have Call by the Grave in case my opponent tries to ash me, and my opponent doesn't seem to have much, but don't be fooled. That's what he wants us to think. Alright, so we'll start off with our good old-fashioned terraforming, as we like to do. We'll get ourselves our field spell, and then we'll just start running our opponent over. Because I've got my Scrap Raptor, I've got all the good stuff. The question is, what is our opponent playing? Because we don't yet know. It's got something. Also, EDO Pro seems to be slowing down a little bit there. Oh, EDO Pro, we need an update. Or maybe I should just switch over to the better EDO Pro. It's hard. It's hard, man, because I've been playing on EDO Pro for so long. So what was I doing again? Oh, yeah. Normal summoning Scrap Raptor. That was what I was doing. So, Scrap Raptor will be on the board. We'll go ahead and give our opponent a token. Nice little diddly old token. There you go. Hope you have fun with it. And I could special summon Stego. Yeah, why not? Extra damage. Also, I get a search. Why not? That'll work. Let's see. Let's go ahead. Negate. And then summon. Okay, so we'll get... Terrible name for a card, but it's a nice card nonetheless. So, we'll go ahead and get ourselves a set card. And then... Oh yeah, I needed a card in my hand for the Xeno. We'll save Xeno for the moment. Let's go ahead and blow up Scraptor, though. Blow up Scraptor. Activate his effect. Get ourselves our Chimera. Oh, very nice. And we'll summon out our Chimera and do the thing we like to do. See, I know my opponent has something here. We don't yet know, though, what that something could be. Is it Nibiru? If it is, that would kind of suck, but we'll see how... We'll see how it goes. Little hiccup there. Alright, so Wyvern, do your thing. I love Scrap Wyvern. One of my favorite support cards ever made for any deck. Good old Scrap Wyvern. I mean, Raptor's cool too, but really without Wyvern, it would not have all gone together the way it did. So we'll summon out our Scraptor, attempt to blow up the egg. That way I can get out the oviraptor. Oh, wait. Oops. I may have messed that up a little bit. Okay. Not a problem. When life makes you screw up, little overconfident there. That was entirely on me. But you know what? I knew it. Okay, so it was Nibiru this whole time. Okay. Understandable, indeed. Let me think here. Yes, I can still do a thing. Now we go for ground Xeno. See? He had himself a Nibiru. Well, that's pretty good. But I am prepared. So we're going to go for our Xeno. We're going to blow up Call by the Grave. Nicest thing about this card is that it doesn't matter what gets destroyed. You'll summon out your dinosaur. Let's see. Oh wait, I need a dinosaur in my hand. I am just getting all the wrong in the world. But I can still use ground Xeno to do the fusion. So not all is lost. And yeah, I won't be able to do as much as I would have liked. I messed up a smidge. More than a smidge, but honestly, I was going to get Nibiru'd regardless, so Let's get Oviraptor now. We'll get Oviraptor, then we'll run over Nibiru. I still have, if I need it. Impermanence. I see. Alright, well that's fair, I suppose. Well, we'll run over Nibiru, and we'll see where this goes. I still have, and that's about it, but if all goes well, whether gets destroyed or I get to activate it, for whatever reason my opponent would be attacking me, I'll be able to negate an attack, get out of stego, and then next turn I can banish this to get a high-level dinosaur to my hand. And it all works out just fine. See, like I said, that works just fine for me. It all works out. I got redundancy in here. See, this deck is so foolproof, even I can play it, and I'm dumb. You know? I can play this game. But then there's some days where I'm like, I'm not even joking. Some days, my brain just turns itself off on its own. I think that happens to a lot of players. It happens a lot. There's a lot of things going on in this game all the time. Especially if you're actually trying to, like, do good at it. I really want to get my Tyranno to show off that combo. The Doodle Tyrannosaur. He's a cool dude. He's a quick effect. Tribute. Summon it on your opponent's turn. Pop a card. It's pretty nice. It's just you don't do it very often. Doodlesaur, you have served your country well. But it's time for you to die. Also, I'm summoning this baby to the battlefield. Alright, and that ought to be game right there. So, once again, the dinosaurs doing what we want them to do. So, do we have time for one more? I don't want this video to be too long. We've done most of the stuff. You know what? Let's go for one more. I think I need to redeem myself from that misplay. Let's go for one more. Alrighty, the fourth opponent. The fantastic fourth. Yeah, we're going to call it that for now. It's the fantastic fourth. And I just realized something from the last duel that I totally messed up. I got Nibiru'd and I didn't even make a Jurassic, impact sort of joke. I survived the damn meteor that killed the dinosaurs. That's how you know this deck works. Alright, so what are we up against? Kashtiras. That is a rough one, folks. Let's see, this only... that gets rid of face-ups too, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see. So let's go for Lythosagym. Be like, pop some babies. Summon the boy. And what kind of Kashtiras deck is this? I despise Altergeist. What on earth is this? Okay, so that, because obviously that's the one of, and that's something he can actually be hurt by me getting rid of. Lingaribo, I guess. I mean, this guy's got a whole bunch of, like, 2, 3 ofs. So it really doesn't matter what I hit. I'm just gonna hit whatever I want. Well, let's go ahead for a double baby bash, and Kashtiras Fender might banish me at any point. It is what it is. I hope he doesn't hit the field spell, but he's probably gonna hit the field spell. But if he hits the field spell, it is what it is. I had to put it on the field now, otherwise I wouldn't get that token. Oh, he's actually gonna hit Lythosagym. Good. I didn't need Lythosagym. I didn't even need him anymore. Alright, but let's go for our terrible twosome. The glorious twosome that they are. And we should be able to, barring whatever the hell this guy's got face down, do some damage. Of course, it depends on what this is. It could be anything. It's Altergeist. My ultimate foe. I don't like Altergeist, if you know. I've never enjoyed Altergeist, and I never shall. But for now, let's get... Let me think about this, actually. Because if I get Baby... Actually, where's Petite? I'd rather get this one. To the hand. I usually get the Miscellenaeousaurus, but I just want to try something, okay? Experimentation time. Because what we're going to do is activate our ground Xeno. See if that works out. I mean, we know this doesn't do anything. I'm more concerned about what these set cards are. Obviously, one of these is a... one of these is an Altergeist personal spoofing or something like. The other one is not. But we'll get ourselves our meteoros. We'll blow up the Petiteranadon. Petite will go off and get us a monster. Meteoros will summon us a monster. And then we'll go for Raptor. And then we'll go for everything. Oh, wait a minute. I might need to do, actually, Raptor first, now that I think about it. But same difference. So, Meteoros does his thing. Let's get... special summon... summon out Miscellenaeousaurus. Yes. This will work. So we're going to attempt to blow up the Giraffe egg. We will, of course, prevent that by destroying ourselves. We'll destroy our other Petiteranadon, because none of these are once per turn. Petiteranadon, absolutely insane how this card's still legal, considering that it is so incredibly busted. Let's go for Pank and Spank. Why not? Just in case I need to pank and or spank. Oh man, my board is kind of beefy. So let's unbeef it ever so slightly. Let us actually, hold on. Oh man, there's too many things I can do. That's the thing. There's too much I can do. So let's make Evolzaur login, because I haven't seen the Evolzaurs yet. Let's make an Evolzaur. Let's activate Scraptor's effect, do the Scraptor combo. Be like, pop that, activate that. And I have a spell trap negate now. So if one of these activates, I can just negate it. Well, that's pretty nice. I could have also made Dolka. What are the odds that there's another Nibiru on the horizon? Okay, it's just Ash Blossom. I mean, that sucks. It really, really, really sucks, but what can you do? What's the attack on this thing? 1900? Okay. So I could pop my Pank and Spank to summon the level 6 and make the other Xyz. But does that really help me? Not really. So let's just screw it, go for battle phase. We'll attack into the Fenrir. Get rid of that. We'll attack into this. Get rid of that. And main phase 2. Main phase 2, something. Infinite Impermanence. Pank and Spank. I knew it. You think you can challenge me, little boy? I was playing, Playground Yu-Gi-Oh! Before you were born. You think you can stop me with such silly things? Alright, well, now that silly things have happened, let's go. Is this a dino? No, it's not a dino, it's a dragon. How many dinosaurs do I even have in the graveyard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have a lot of those. So let's shut this guy down completely. Can I make a level 6? Yes, I can. Alright, so this ought to be game right here. We're going to banish everybody, summon out Megazowler. You might think we're going to sink, and I could. No, we're going to make this thing, Razh. It was a double Omni-Negate, because I used only dinosaurs to summon it. And I could make AA-Zeus on top of Log. You know, we'll do that only because it's bigger. Not that I can use its effect, but basically now my opponent can't do anything. I can negate the next 2 cards he plays. So there you go. My opponent will surrender. Screw you, Altergeist. I don't even know if this was Altergeist, but I will count it as such. So take that, Mr. Technique. Your technique is nothing compared to Dino Power. Alright, enough crazy talk. Let's go for the end screen. I think we've seen most, if not everything, this deck is capable of doing. And there you go, everybody. Dynamite Power 2023. And we got all the wins of the world. That's not, but what's important is the dinosaurs continue to cement themselves as an incredibly powerful deck. Ever since they first got that support sleeve with the Conductor Tyranno, they have just been insanely good. It's pretty nutty. And with all these new dino stuff, we didn't even play like the ultimate boss of Transendrake. I don't even know what the point of this thing is. It's cool and all, but it does things on my opponent's turn that I don't really care to do. And I didn't even play Twin Rex, but you know, we got to do everything else. We got the Doodlesaurs doing their thing. I didn't ever get to use Tyranno, which is sad, but you know, with the right hand where I don't need to use oviraptor as much, that's a thing we can get, and it is a nice little bit of interruption, and surprisingly effective interruption, like I'll say. So the deck works, and I'm glad that it works, and it works very, very well, and I get to beat up Altergeist on top of everything, and, you know, make up for that little hiccup of a one turn that I had. But regardless, we had ourselves a good old time. I hope everybody else had a good time. Tell me in the comments your favorite dinosaur. My favorite's Lithosaurus, but that's because it's a crazy mystery scythe monster thing. And I think that's cool. So, thanks for watching. Your boy Meph is signing out for now. I'll see you guys again very soon with more Yu-Gi-Oh! Action, because we're going to be taking a look at some Hungry Burger with the new support there very, very soon. So, see you very, very soon, and y'all take care. Stay safe and happy. You have a good one.